often, not just in America, but throughout the world, that those of us who know we are right, and by God I believe that we are right in ordering these things, in ordering equality and so on, then don't bear the burden ourselves. Now, it's not because we want to burden the other people. You know, those who ordered the draft didn't want to burden the Irish. They had nothing against them. They had nothing against the people who are suffering because we have ordered equality. But we don't care. And the people who are suffering care and resent it. Care and resent it. And the problem then is, and this is what is so terrible, that the people who resent it, when they act up, don't act up against the elite. The draft rioters didn't burn the houses of those who bought substitutes. They burnt the houses and went after the blacks. It was their fault. And that is what is happening now as well. Those who are suffering and will suffer as a result of the resentment of those who were made to bear the burden decreed by the elite are not the elite. They are the people whom the elite tried to help. And we know about this. We know about this. After all, in Russia, when people who were poor found the system intolerable, it was all too easy for it to be gotten across that the people who were responsible for that were the Jews, or in Germany or in Italy. It always seems to be that when we, the elite, order something that may be right, those who bear the burden and see that we do not bear an equivalent burden, take it out on the little ones, whoever the little ones are in the society. And that, whether they are immigrants, whether they are this group or that, is what you are seeing as a result of these elections today. So I say to you, yes, order desegregation, even though lives may be lost. Order equality. Do all those things, but then be willing to say, on my back, in my backyard, not what we so often say, yes, but over there. Over there. Because if we do not do that, those who will suffer will be the little ones, and the society that does that and does not bear its burden is cursed. Thank you. I'd be happy to answer. I'll be happy to answer questions about this or anything else that you might want to ask of an American judge. What does a judge do when the law is wrong, or anything else?
Yeah. Ya'kov.
Let me try to apply what your lecture to a situation in Israel. There was a problem, or still is, of infiltrators from Africa into Israel. And there was this case of the detention camp that was established to detain those who came in illegally. And then it came before the Supreme Court in Israel about how long the time should be that they should be detained. Now, this puts a burden, or this problem puts a burden on the poor parts of society, especially in southern Tel Aviv. And what would be a solution? You know, there was an outcry. There were demonstrations by those people in southern Tel Aviv saying, you know, we bear the burden, but you people don't. So what would be a solution to that?
You see, here is the problem, that when you're talking about many of these things, the solution might be not to do the thing, you know, not to do the trade pact, or not to have searches of people who are getting on planes because we don't care enough about it to put the burden on us, or not to search for drugs. Those are the easy ones, because they're saying put the burden on yourself acts the same way as the requirement of compensation for a park. We decide whether we want the park or not. And when we don't want the park, that's fine. We don't want the park. We've just gotten information about it by saying we have to pay for it. The difficult case is when our law or our morals, or in the United States, the Constitution requires it. Because then it's not a choice as to whether to do it or not. And I say that then the wealthy have to pay however much it takes so that it is not the poor. Now, that seems impossible because the wealthy do not want to do that. But then you have to decide, is this really the constitutional right that we think that it is? And if it is, then I say we should be bound to pay. Now, I don't know enough about Israel in that situation. You don't have a constitution, though some people have properly tried. But in the United States, we have situations like the one in Aaron v. Cooper, and the question is, would we be willing to risk our lives as much?